Good evening. I'm still on the Christmas tree. I'm realizing I have a lot of oil. So sorry, I'm putting makeup. Guys, you're talking about, I see you talking about Michael Cohen's daughter. She looks like she has anorexia. She really did, okay? I don't know what it was, but I don't know if I don't think it was fake. Obviously, it was not fake that she was super thin. But that's what it looked like, okay? Not that I'm a doctor, but that might have been something connecting. So here I am. Happy Christmas. So guys, I didn't have an idea for a costume today. I was like, okay, Kathy's asking, should I kind of honestly, I kind of don't want to ask, okay, asking about whether she has anorexia. I feel like she has nothing to do with this, okay? I don't want to know. I feel like that's off limits. It's one thing, with Ivanka, because Ivanka and Jared, they're in the government. But in case of his daughter and his family, I'm not going to go in there. It's not, I think I feel like sometimes, it's like an invasion of privacy. Okay. And those kinds of things she has her life and she really has nothing to do with this. Literally has nothing to do with this. And I don't know. It's okay. I feel bad for her. I don't want to, I don't really care. Like, I mean, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't think it's irrelevant, especially considering how many questions we have here. I don't think it's really that relevant. You know what I mean? Whatever. It's like, it's okay. So anyway. So, it's interesting, right? The children of the people who commit these crimes, at what point do they become complicit, right? It's interesting. And I feel like with I don't think she's off limits. And I think, but like I said, Trump's kids and anybody and even Michael, what's his name? The Flynn Jr., obviously, because he also participated, he also, yeah, but you know what? Whatever, guys. It is what it is. You do what you can. If you're in his position at this stage, you do everything. And especially the daughter is also obviously upset. I don't think she wasn't pretending. Yeah, that was his daughter. Remember, guys, there was a moment while he was still into Trump that he would brag about her, how she was a model. Do you remember this? Look, my daughter is like, she was almost naked. She went to Ivy League school and she was a model. Oh, is it too much? Is it Christmas? I don't know. Is it? Is it? Really? Huh. Had no idea. So that's too much. But that's funny. So anyway. So yeah, guys. So that's it, okay? So how I don't know, okay, I don't know how she anyway. I'm moving on because there's a lot of different other questions here. A lot of questions. I took notes. Okay. Just look it up, guys. This is the type of question that it's useful. It's better off not on this. There's a Wikipedia, whatever. She's not part of this. Okay, the daughter. I'm gonna ask. Can you not? Stop talking about his daughter. Okay, that's it. Stop. It's not nice. If she's sick, I don't care. It's over. Goodbye. Okay, I'm sorry. It's just like let her be. Okay, move on to the next subject. No offense. I know you don't take it personally. That's just my thing. Let her. Protect. She has nothing to do with this. It's not about her. Okay. So anyway. Moving on. And I was gonna say, yeah, and if you have questions about people that are not the subject of reading, you can go to Wikipedia. You can search on it. But this is this is maybe even, I don't know if it's psychic, but I kind of want to protect her. Okay. Okay. So anyway, so I'm gonna go over the list, okay, of the topics we have today. So we're talking about the several topics. Okay, obviously the Cohen 3-year jail sentence. Hannity was Cohen's client in Southern District of New York. And the question I have really is Southern District going to go after him? Because from watching all these news commentators, they're saying that the Southern District is very tough, right? And you saw in the memo about Cohen, right? How tough they were. So anyway. So that's that. Now then, is there going to be legal consequences? I've seen before, guys. I've done readings about him before. So that's that. So, Grace, I'm sorry. Just if you just arrived, I just said people are asking about Michael Conzo. Please don't talk. I'll just say, please, I'm asking that you protect her privacy, that you stop asking about her like anybody. It's over. This topic is over. She has nothing to do with this investigation, okay? She is completely innocent. I don't care what her dad did. Leave her out of here. Verboten. No, don't talk about her anymore. Leave her alone, please, okay? So change the subject. There's all kinds of subjects. Just because people are like, oh, how, like, I don't care. I'm not going to ask. I don't care about her because she's a private citizen. She has nothing to do with this. Okay. No, I know, but it's just like, it's just sometimes I get, just not get upset when I know none of you mean badly, but it's just like, sometimes there's just people who are caught between, you know what I mean? Like they really have nothing to do with this. And they just happen to be in the middle of, what is it called? The whole, like this whole confusion. It's kind of like, I don't want to know about her. Honestly, I protect her. I just feel, I can actually feel her. I feel bad for her. I really do. She's very, very frail. Okay. Anyway, so moving on. So then I'm just talking about the topic. So then the meeting with Pelosi, Schumer, Trump, and Pence, and then will Trump shut down the government? Then Brexit. There's so many questions, guys. Brexit, Theresa May, and where's Alexander Torshin, who is Maria Butina's boss. Okay, and then the National Enquirer flipped. Okay, and that's that. And then they have cooperation agreement. What does it mean? And then Jeannie had this question: how is Trump handling the news? Okay, so this is interesting, right? So I don't know where to start. Yeah. So guys, wow, can you believe that? That's crazy, right? It's interesting. It's not crazy if you committed crimes. But what's interesting is that, again, guys, gloves are off. This is the thing. Gloves are off. And again, in the thing about the National Enquirer, when they declared the thing, the thing with the agreement with the National Enquirer, yeah, and he said that, I forgot the exact language they used, but it's actually, I may have written in the post. It says exactly that it's okay. They're like, this is a co-conspirator, that he was directed by Trump, something like that. I remember exactly. So they're nobody is. It's like it's over. Okay, it's over the pretense that it's not about Trump. It's obvious they're using the legal. The prosecutors are using the language in all of it. So they're saying that's it. Okay. So that's that. In-house Trump handling the news. Okay. So that's that. Oh my God. Okay. How do I even start? Okay. I feel like let's start at the Cohen. Okay. Cohen sentencing. Okay. And then the question about how is Trump handling the news? Okay. So let's go to that. Okay. How's Trump handling the news? Because guys, like I said, now it's and so interesting. I'm not bragging, but I had on the Ari Melville shirt, and I love that guy Richard Painter, and he always talk about Ari was not on today. He was saying I forgot what he was saying, something like, it's time for the president. It's time for the president to resign, to cut a deal. Do you remember how I said the whole thing, guys? It was just like a time to the president needs to wake up. He needs to wake up and start to, cut a deal. Get to reach out to the prosecutors, to the work out, something like. Yeah, so it's just like, it's so interesting, right? They're like, and it was exactly, remember, it's so interesting, guys, the whole thing, like, yeah, they have, and he said something like, he has to cut a deal and accept the lower charges. No, accept the lower charges. President Trump has to accept the lower charges, and he has to accept that there's no way out of here. He has to play to the, right? He has to, he has to play to the lower charges and get out of the government. We are tired of this. We are tired. No, really, guys, right? This is true. So true. Because he said exactly. So you know what I mean, guys, right? So it's very interesting that it's exactly that, right? The idea that he oh, is that true? Oh, yeah. Oh, Oh yeah. Can you imagine, guys? This is the whole thing about the. I mean, what? Who is he kidding? Who is he kidding? Like seriously. Oh, the prosecutor spelled it out. Think about it. It's so interesting, right? He's like, dude, see you later. See you later, alligator. See you later, president. See you later, president. See you later. Da-da-da-da. See you later, president. So Javier, yeah, I'm president. Chief staff. I keep here handcuffed for the right time. He no catch me. No, nobody catch me. I am Christmas tree. I stand corner in White House, but I have secret weapons. When time comes, I go grab his little hand. So, oh my God, isn't that interesting, guys? So, oh my God, yeah, yeah. So it's like, what do you say to them? No, it's not me. Who? Individual one? No, not me. No, it's not me. Individual one. No. Who? Oh, oh. So so it's like, what do you say now? Okay, and then of course I mean, I feel like guys, I always rant, the whole thing. Did you see the latest is that Jared and Ivanka, they wanted the, what is it, the opportunity zones, but no, they wanted the opportunity zones because they're going to profit. They're going to create some sort of a building there or whatever it is. It's like, yeah, of course, and now nobody wants the job, obviously, of the whatever little just stuff yeah. So, so it's just like, and nobody wants a job. So of course they're like, oh, you have Ivanka and Jared have to like you. Yeah. Really? Oh, I'm Christmas tree. You like me, huh? So okay. So that's that, guys. Let me get started. Okay, so tell me about the Cohen jail sentence and how's Trump handling news, huh? 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 Are you happy, President? Let's go visit. President. Oh, I need. Oh my God, guys, it's gonna be fine. Should I get helmet? We're gonna travel in the. Should I get a helmet for travel? Time travel? We're gonna go visit the president, huh? Yeah. I'll be right back. I'll go grab a helmet. In 1 sec. Okay. I don't know how it's going to fit, guys. Oh look, helmet. Oh. Oh. No. Okay. Look at this. So first, I'm going to put it like this. Oh. Okay. So the time for ready for time travel. Oh, where is microphone? Need microphone. Uh oh. Oh no, what is it? Oh, here it is. Hello, Major Tom. Major Tom. we have expeditions. Yeah, we have expedition. This is Rosie, Christmas tree, psycho investigator. We're ready to travel over to location. Location. President, we need to find. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Huh? Ooh, it smells like him, huh? Oof. President. Okay. Let's go, you guys. Oh my God, this looks just like a cartoon. So cute. Ooh, let's go. Ooh. Okay, guys, no, seriously. Let's go now. Close the eyes. Let's go, Red, everybody. Let's go find out what's going on, President. Okay, so let's see. Okay, seriously. So tell us about the Cohen 3-year sentence and how President took news, huh? Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Nobody catch. So guys, it's so interesting. So it shows that Trump, he was really waiting to see what was gonna happen with Michael Cohen. Okay, he really was like he was watching all of it, and he was very like this because the weird, like I said before, what's really strange about Trump is that he really Space Force. Yeah, it's me. I'm Rose Captain Space Force. Hello, we're traveling. Traitor, traitor. So no, but really, so he was really waiting for the result. Okay, so then, you know what? Like I said, what's really strange about him is that he really believes in his own bullshit. He actually, I've said before, there was one reading, guys, and I haven't had a chance to transcribe the readings, all of them, because there's a lot of important information in the other ones. But I will. Okay, eventually I will soon, very soon, tomorrow or today even. But basically, I just wanted to say that he believes the stuff that he says. He actually believes that if he says that Michael Cohen, he doesn't have anything to do with Michael Cohen, exactly, that it's actually going to happen. That I've said before, he believes that he's a magician. He believes that reality doesn't apply to him, and that if he says things, people believe him like magic. He actually believes that he has magical powers, and like this is, it's partially why he's so successful, because he believes it, right? Successful in the sense of as a con artist, right? He believes it, and people buy into it. So he still thinks that nobody's gonna really see that I was connected to Michael Cohen if I act like it. So then it's like once it hits, I mean, like I said, he has a limited grasp of reality. It's almost like he readjusts. Okay, guys, this is going to be it's a very bad comparison, but it's a little bit like if you gain weight and then you buy new different sizes, but you're like, I didn't gain weight, I'm just a little, I ate too much, just sort of like delusion. You kind of like adjust in a weird way. So he adjusts. It takes him a while to grasp the reality, and then he adjusts to it. But now it's almost like I said, he's like this, and he starts kind of shaking and nervous. And guys, and then I just saw, this is weird. Okay, I saw, and this, I don't know, I just have to say it because it sounds strange to me. Like he ordered these hamburgers, and he threw them at the wall. Okay, the image I have, the only comparison I have here is that, I don't know if you're familiar with the IRA strike, okay, Northern Ireland. They had this strike, the prisoners, and they took their poop and they spread on the wind. Like this is the image I have of the guy spreading the poop on the wall, but something like he takes the food and like kind of just throws it, and it's like he's going crazy. Okay, so yeah, but this was like they were, well, they were on a hunger strike. It was a long story. I'm not necessarily, obviously it's not the point here of this, but it was just like, it was just yeah, it was just that, guys. So anyway, but I'm talking about, just like I said, this is about Cohen. Okay, you guys, are you interpreting it? This is, I have not, let's think about Nancy when it's Nancy's time, but this is really about Cohen and how he is affected, because he really, I think this is really okay, this is really about his reaction to the verdict. Okay, it's not about like let's talk about Nancy. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna do a reading on the meaning of Nancy, but this is like really, he doesn't understand. It's like it's taking longer to readjust, and he's very angry. He doesn't know like how to react. Okay, so he feels, because guys, okay, on the one hand, he thinks this is the thing. He's barricading himself in the presidency. That's it. And then he really is barricading himself on this in the presidency, and then it's like he thought that he really believed that he was going to get away from it. Okay, and that and that really, it's not, it can't happen to him. This is what, like I said, this is his natural mindset. What happens to other people doesn't happen to him, because he is, from his mind, he's extremely special. He's God's gift to the world, and he actually truly believes that, which is, obviously what makes him dangerous. But so this is it. Okay, so then he's reacting, like I said, very badly, because so far he has been able to change the reality by having some like, catchphrase or something. But now it's like you can't, this is not like No, guys, I'm just talking about Trump's reaction to the Michael Cohen arrest. This is the first topic, okay? So and how he's throwing food at the wall, and how he's having a hard time moving on from it, okay? Because he thought that nothing would affect him. And now, a jail sentence, right? It's very concrete. You can't escape that. Okay? Just moving because it's very hot. So you know what I mean? So this is it. Now, I feel like I said, he had this plan. I really believe that he had a plan that he's, guys, and Grace is saying he's guilty of the same crime. I think there's this guy I really like named Daniel Goldman, and he's saying he's one of the former prosecutor. He said, well, actually, if he's the lawyer and he got the sentence, or maybe it was Richard Payne, I don't remember, then you can only imagine what the president, meaning the person who coordinated the whole thing, is going to get. It's very serious. He's worse, way worse than Cohen. So then, guys, it shows here that he is it's like hitting him. Like I said, it's like, guys, it's an animal cornered, okay? And he does not have a lot of, like I said, he only wants people who believe his illusions, okay? That's why the more cornered he feels, the more he wants to fire people, the more he can't, the less flexible and everything. Okay. So this is it. This is him, okay? Then goes to jail. Now let's look into say Sean Hannity, because as you guys know, Sean Hannity was one of his clients. Yeah, really? Yeah. Sean Hannity. So apparently there was all these news that I delete Sean Hannity. It's like, oh, I don't know, Michael Cohen, who? Oh, I'm gonna delete the tweet. Oh. Yeah, I just deleted and nobody saw it, okay? Nobody saw. No. So my question really, guys, is the Southern District after Hannity? Is going to get Hannity? I saw before that he's already under investigation. I think he knows, but this is very interesting, okay, to see the Southern District clearly is very tough. And I remember this well. He had these what was it called? Real estate deals. And real estate is a great way it's basically money laundering. And it's weird because Sean Hannity he's actually among he's actually rich because of his contract with Fox. So, but it's weird. Anyway, so what's going to happen to Sean Hannity let's just ask as a result of this Michael Cohen thing. Okay, because like I said, it's always good to focus on one. Let's look into this. In this particular case, what's going to happen to Sean Hannity? Jessica, I can't do every question. Like I've done many readings about this before. Let's focus on this today. Okay. Let's focus on this right now, because otherwise there's just so many topics, the off topics that come out of the main reading. If I did all of it, then I could never do it. But let me continue. Okay. I think I've done a reading on this, but let's see. Okay, let's see if he's going to leave. Maybe the best question is going to leave Fox. Okay, so this is what I saw, guys. Okay, so first question, the first image I get, and it's nice when I get these images, is that he's like I see he's wearing these pants, and it's like as if he had tons of note papers. Okay, tons of note papers, and they're all falling out of his pants. Imagine if basically as if, these movies when there's the criminals are hiding the money, they tape themselves with money or something like that, and then it's like it's falling from everywhere, from his pockets, all the information, meaning there's a lot of evidence. Okay, people already have a lot of evidence against him, and it shows that he's already under surveillance because of his communication with Russians, but also the money. Yes, that because he had these financial transactions with Cohen, what they want is to find crimes, right? So obviously now he's connected to Cohen, and also there's this financial crimes, but it's a means to get, and it showed him like kind of being grabbed and thrown in a net. Okay, in a net in the sense of like he's caught. Okay, he's caught like a fish or something. Okay, because he's caught already. They already have crimes on him, so they can kind of flex. They can flex the situation on him. Okay, so is he going to be indicted out of as a result of Cohen? And is he going to lose his job in Fox News? And is he going to jail? Yeah, guys, I think so because I honestly I saw him in a, you know, those jail things. I don't know if it's a hearing or something. He's wearing shackle like there. Oh, there's actual handcuff for him. Yeah, he has handcuffs, and also the handcuffs in the legs. I forgot shackles or something. So he's there for a hearing. Okay, and it shows that. Okay, guys, please pay attention. Okay, I've already said they have their. Please, first of all, the whole thing with Shannon Hannity, I don't need to repeat everything, but basically, he they've been monitoring him for a long time. This is talked about this in different readings. First of all, they have a lot of recordings on him and everything, and they have the finances. Okay, the finances of the result of the business stuff that he has with Cohen. Okay, as well. They have many things, but like I said, I just gonna. I mean, I'm gonna close the tab because I know I keep getting distracted. Not necessarily a fault, just because when I do visions, I can't really. I should know better that I can't really look at comments because otherwise I get distracted. Okay, so let me just continue here, not looking at the tabs, the tab of the comments. So it just shows that he has, yeah, there's all this stuff on him. Okay, and that I see him, like I said, he is in a hearing and he's already wearing prison clothes and he is in it, and then there I see the news. Okay, there's like on the TV they say there's a very serious investigation of media conspiracy, right? And the people who are passing on the Russian memes and who are coordinating the messaging. So that he's one of them. Okay. So and I think I see it here. He has a hearing because I see him sitting, you know, with he arms like handcuffed and the shackles on the foot also or something like that. You know, handcuffs for the feet or whatever you call it. And then and what's interesting, he's standing and he's looking at his life like, I can't believe I'm here. How stupid was I? I had it all. I can't believe. And then I also shows that he was friends with Michael Cohen. Michael Cohen really wanted to please him and said, oh, if you put this money in, we have all these tax breaks or whatever you call it. It was just like, I don't know that Michael Cohen explained exactly what it was, but it was just he knew it was going to be illegal, but he thought, oh, you know what, whatever, might as well let me get in, do this. And it's a crime. Okay. So as you guys know, honestly, I feel like, but I don't think we're not guilty of any, like if the feds want to get you down and you're a criminal, like these all are, everything that you've done, any smudge, and it is not as much, this is serious. I feel like, how people who are, I'm not, this is not prejudice, this is truth, right? There's people who go to jail, especially African American people who go to jail for very minor things. And then some people never go, some people because of the color of their skin or their class, they don't go to jail. But what shows here is that that's a fact. That's factual. Like even if let's not get into it, but it's just explaining. But basically, it shows that he loses the privilege. You know what I mean? That the fact that he was famous, he's rich. It happens the opposite. The most minor thing that you've done, they're gonna get you for it, and they're gonna do whatever because you know what I mean. You are a target, like right, a target like that. So it just shows because he, like I said, because he's caught in the Russia mess, they're going to go after stuff. And I see him with several other defendants. He's not the only one. I think there's an investigation to this deal, the real estate, because Michael himself said that he's going to be in jail for longer. He wants to talk regardless. So he's talking about it. So there's like like I said, the coordination with the Russians. There's also his own separate real estate deal because, guys, the other thing he's saying here too, Mueller has been very generous with good deals for people who collaborate, right? Because even Michael Cohen, for the amount of crimes he has committed, he got a very good. I think it's good, really good for him. Okay. However, it shows that the people that Mueller does not necessarily want information from, it's going to be very serious. They're going to go prosecute all of them. It's just that at the beginning, the people that, you know what I mean, they get a certain amount of leniency, but there's going to be so many investigations. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so now let's move to the next. Okay, so now. Okay, now moving on, guys. Okay, moving on to the meeting. Yeah, I have a meeting with Nancy Pelosi, Schumer. Mike Pence. Who? Mike Pence and Trump. And so many guys. I wish that Doctor, what's his name, Jack Brown from the Body Languages website. He needs to do an analysis on this because that was so interesting. All the body language, everything was so strange. The whole thing, guys. Okay, it was just so bizarre. The whole, because guys, at some point, I feel like these people who lie, they must have some sort of it gets to a point where they can't do it anymore because they constantly lie. It takes a stress. It takes a toll. So okay. So first of all, how do I even start here? Let's start with Pence because he's kind of comical. He's kind of like he's absent. He's and just from reading all this like website stuff, about what is it called? These body language. He's just saying, "I'm not here." Like he's made himself absent. He doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to engage. He's not there. He's just he's a prop. Okay, which is interesting. But let's see what was going on through Mike Pence. That we're gonna go through each person. Okay, let's just say first ask about Mike Pence. So what was happening with Mike Pence that he decided to close his eyes and just act like a mummy? Okay, so what's going on? Guys, it's so interesting. It's so interesting because it shows here that he is like he's there is like that he's like, I survived, because I have desires for men, but I survived because I understand mind control. It's all about mind over matter. So I was sitting there and I cannot stand Trump. He's an asshole. He's a piece of shit. I don't care about him at all. And I've been lying my whole life. So at some point I need to recharge, because when you lie, your energy is just lower, right? Because all your energy is spent on telling the lie. So there he is sitting. Okay, he's sitting, and then he's there, and he's very worried again about the Mueller investigation. People close to him are going down. He's under investigation. So is Nick. What's his name? Nick Ayers. A lot of troubles, and he's like he can't even hear Trump when he talks. Trump is like Trump's talking. He's not there either. He's very concerned about his own skin. And I feel like he's done, what he's doing outwardly is something he's always been doing internally, which is that he closes his eyes, he controls the impulses. Okay, so he didn't want to. He's done. He's so tired of Trump's bullshit because he's been pretending, because he may want to take over, or he thought or something like that. And it's also that he's like, he thinks, guys, seriously, he thinks that Trump is God sent in a way, but it's very hard. He's like, it's very hard for me to sit there and like really take him seriously because he's so annoying. He's just so disgusting. But he does that, okay, because he believes that there's there's just something there. Okay, so why was he there? Because you have to put on a facade or whatever, right? That's the thing, because it's like Trump tells him, like, hey, Pence, let's go over there and play. It's almost like a theater. It's theater. For Trump, it's theater. Let's go out there and play. Like me, I'm going to go out there with the Christmas tree. He's like, let's go play president and VP. I'm the president, and you just sit there, like that. Like, it's just like, it's all for the cameras, okay? It's all for the cameras. Okay. Okay, so then Tell me about the interaction between Nancy Pelosi and Trump. What was he expecting, and how did it come out? Like, how did it leave the meeting? Okay, what's going on? What was that all about? Nancy Pelosi has a sense of purpose. She knows where she's going. She knows what the big goals are, so she sticks to it. She's very, this is what we want. This is what we're not going to do. This is what, she's very like this, okay? She's very determined and also knows, it's so interesting, guys. I on share personal information. So I have several friends, and I have a very close friend, and I've kind of had a fight with her recently, I guess, because I was telling her that she doesn't have any boundaries, with her people. That long story, and I think it's true of a lot of women. We just don't say no, and you don't know, you don't get to the point, you don't say no. So then it's very hazy. Everything is hazy, and everything. Sometimes we expect people to do things for us that we just never verbalize ourselves. So it's difficult. But what is showing here is that her is the opposite. She says exactly what she wants, and it says that stuff. This is the limit. This is the thing I will never compromise on. And this is it. And she repeats it. She says it, and she goes ahead. She goes ahead. She doesn't care. She's like a train. Do. So then she keeps at it, and she has, like I said, it's so interesting. Her sense of purpose. She's like a gymnast is showing here. She has a clear sense of purpose. She's very sprightly and fast. And then he is just like, she keeps going. He tries to hit. He's like boxing, right? Trying to hit and say mean things. She doesn't even listen. She doesn't care. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. And he doesn't know because he's so used to getting, guys, he's such a bully. He's a bully. He says things that people are shocked by. Okay. And then he expects the reaction. He knows that it's just he's like, most people aren't as mean as I am. Okay. And then she doesn't, this is amazing. She does not take things personally because it's like she has this, like, this is the purpose. This is the goal. She always has a very, very clear goal. And this is why she doesn't get her, she knows, she's like, I know my age, all they want is for me to be distracted. And I don't care. So that's what she's doing. And she left like, like I got it. And I feel like eventually they got him off balance. And that's the thing. And it shows that she and Schumer were both like, let's get him off balance and show him who he really is. Because it's like, let's play it at his own game. In the sense of like, it's television, so we're gonna go for it. We're gonna show it what it is. Show what it is, because it's always like, oh, don't look at us, don't look at us. So when given the opportunity, it shows that it's all manipulation. Okay. So okay, and I want to ask about Schumer. Schumer, what was the deal with you not looking at him in the eye? What was it? I thought it was so interesting. I don't know. It really worked. He got pissed. He was so pissed. So what was the deal about that? Oh, oh my God, I see, guys, he has some sort of FBI training, okay, about like, these people who interrogate hardcore criminals or something like that, or, they learned how to handle him. I've said before, guys, Mueller, this is not Mueller, obviously, but Mueller works with what is it? Psychological, the FBI profilers, they teach you how to handle, okay. So it was something like that. They were trained how to do it. Okay. How to destabilize him is to not make, because you see what happens. Like, he's so starved for attention. If you don't look at him, he gets mad. Can you imagine? So he was there, like he was not. And then, okay, so why was he mad? Didn't he like it? No, they were looking at me. He's like a child, like, they were looking at me. Because the whole thing with him is like a clown, like not like, but kind of like he does something so outrageous so that he can get it. He needs the attention. He's going to hit the hardest. He's going to be the toughest, and people are going to look at him no matter what. Nobody has the courage to say what I think, and he does it. It doesn't work because they don't acknowledge physically. They do it on purpose to not acknowledge him as the center. And it works. Okay, so why? Okay, so then he leaves. Why does he keep insisting on this stupid wall? Because he actually needs to build a wall for himself. He's afraid of being exposed. So this is interesting. So he builds a little wall in front of him because, guys, everything he says about him and is a reflection of how he sees himself. So he's like, oh, I'm building wall in front of me to protect me. So at first obviously it has to do with the base, but it has a lot to do with the wall in terms of how it protects him. Okay, so because he feels, like I said, guys, if he can provoke, if he in his mind, if he can do whatever the base wants, then they're gonna raise up in arms and defend him. I'm serious. Like, he actually believes. I don't know, I have to remove it because this is cute. Look at the star. Yeah. So he actually believes that they're gonna come and rescue him. Okay, they're gonna have get weapons and try to get him to be like the Hitler. I mean, seriously, Hitler, like the thugs like me. Yeah, yeah, I like it too. So that's that. Okay, and then I'm just the last question because we have so many other questions. Okay, so will Trump succeed in building the wall or shutting down the government? What's gonna happen? The wall is out of it's so interesting. I see a little maquette, architectural maquette of the wall, and there's a hand here throws the wall out of the window. It's over. It's over. It's like throw it out the window. Bye. And then is he going to shut down the government? And I see him. Those bars, the restaurants, they have these rolling metal doors, and he's trying to pull it down. And like all these people pull it up. Bitch, are you sure you want to do that? Are you gonna go ahead with this, bitch? No. Because it's interesting that it shows that he really is. Guys, he's like a terrorist. Okay, he wants what he really wants is to really stop everything. He wants to protect himself. Okay, so he can't. You know what I mean? Like, he tries to cause havoc and bully people. That's all he does. All he knows how to do, and it doesn't work. Why? Oh, because he's been stripped of his powers. Like, it shows, guys, that I think, and guys, I get Mueller here. This is, I don't know. I'm getting something interesting here that shows that Mueller goes to the Congress. I don't know if it hits him or if it's just symbolic. Okay, that he goes to private meetings. Okay, with senators, I think, and say, look, if you protect this guy, we have this stuff on you. You're doing obstruction of justice. Okay, somebody tells them, and they're like, "Oh, no, this is not true." And they're like, "Look, bitch, we got you on this. I know. How did you get that new car of yours? I know how you got it. Yeah, I know it." So it's kind of like the people that were going to they start to feel the heat as well. Okay, and that they're going to try. I mean, and guys, not to say that every single Republican is corrupt, but that's what it looks like to me. I don't know why they would change. The only thing that would make him change is really to understand that if they don't stand up, they're going to go down for obstruction of justice. Okay, because it's at a point where it's ridiculous, right? I mean, come on, this guy is completely incapable. So if they cared about their country, but no. Ask Rand Paul, and Rand Paul knows. Yeah, no. Rand Paul, no. Right? So, okay. So this is it. Okay. So is he gonna shut down? Yeah, I don't think he will. He's gonna try to shut down the government. I don't think he will. And guys, essentially, he's gonna lose interest. He's already losing interest. He's like, because the thing is, he tries to pull the thing down. People stop him, and he's like, "Oh, where do I go now? Huh? Where do I go?" He doesn't have anything to do. Okay, he doesn't care. Okay. So that's that, guys. I think we okay, I think I understand it now, right? Okay. Oh, and the other thing I want to say, I don't know if I think I said it, is that Mike Pence knows he's under investigation. He's very worried. That's why he was so absent on there. He does not want drama, but also he's very worried. Okay. So, all right. Now, I have here left Theresa May. I want to leave it for last. Theresa May. I feel bad. I always do that. I always leave Brexit for last. But it's so I feel like maybe I don't know that much about it. I don't know as much as I do the Fuller Mueller stuff. But there's other questions here, okay, they're important too. So I just want to ask, this is interesting questions about Torshin, Alexander Torshin. Oh, have you seen the film? Yeah. Oh, Have you seen it? No, and Grace is saying here, I don't think he's nuts. He's just so deeply compromised. He's clearly desperate to comply. Okay, he knows what he's doing. He's very desperate. Whatever they have on him must be huge. Okay. So let's look at Tor. I want to leave it for last because it's kind of there's a lot of sub questions, and I don't want to. Oh, here. Let's go to torsion. Where is because basically I think he was demoted or he is no longer in his position. A lot of people asked. So and I just wanted to say I did readings obviously very recently on Maria Butina yesterday and the day before or whatever, and it showed that she got the news that somebody had died. Okay, I assumed I did see him, but I was like, oh, maybe this is. I assumed it could have been somebody younger, but I don't know. Is this him? I wonder because this is the thing. I saw this thing where she saw somebody had died, and when she learned that, she was like, I can't go back there. The same thing's going to happen to me. So I want to know, is this the guy A? Is this the guy I saw in the Maria Butina thing? And then B, what's going to happen to him? If it is or if it's not, okay, where is he? Is he dead? What's the deal here? Because guys, it's huge. He's huge. This guy is really, it's a big deal. Okay, so let's find out. Well, okay, Mr. Thorsten, where art thou? Where art thou? Okay. Okay, guys. So in terms of torsion, okay, okay, for several interesting things. So first, and it's very present. Okay, so so and it's interesting, guys. This image, this thing, this beeping thing. I remember the guy who died, Dennis something, something similar was like this. It's like I don't know if you've seen these icons of for example, in the computer you have the icon of the Wi-Fi icons. So it's like this mini tower that does this. Okay, the light goes up and on and off. It's a tower. There's a tower like a transmission, and I see him in a place that looks like trying to think, for example, a changing room in it's a tiny place that looks like a doctor's office, but it's very small. And he's taking his pants off, like he has his underwear on, but he's very weak, okay, physically weak. He's not dead, but he's isolated and he's very weak. Okay. And I don't think it's weak, meaning I think it's physically, like literally he is weak. Okay. And I think he's like this. He's like very weak. Okay. And okay, so and then there's this thing. Okay, so I don't know, guys. This could be the image. Let me say the image I'm getting here could be radiation. It could be some sort of those weapons I said before. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, but it's there's a connection to electricity. This is the thing. So I tell you, the guy Dennis that I saw something like this is like a electricity driven thing. Okay, ding ding that vibrates in the same. It's like a tower. Okay, and those kinds of things. Okay, so okay, so then yes, okay, and then this is what I wanted to say. So I saw after I see this, okay, I see this image of him kind of like in the changing clothes, very weak, and this it looks like some sort of a tower, maybe those like sonic things. I don't know what it is. Like he's very weak, physically weak, And then it goes to Maria Butina, and she's in jail, and she receives a note, and she's like almost like an old letter. I think this is before he disappeared. Okay, so encouraging her, thanking so much for everything, reminiscing about stuff they did in the past, how proud he was of her, and she was kind of crying. She's very moved by how he cares about her, and everything. And she's already looking back like, wow, those were the golden years and stuff like that. So that's it. Then she gets, fast forward, she gets some sort of notice that, he's not going to be available. It's told to her in a way that's coded. Okay, there's something and then she knows what's going to happen to him. And she knows of cases where this happened, whatever it is that they're describing, and there's not going to be much left of him and this is what it showed, guys, that the whole thing with Putin and this whole intelligence operation is that he is also a narcissist, right? So he can't, when there's revelation that these people, these spies, whatever, made mistakes, or that it sounded amateurish, it cannot be his fault. Okay, whoever was in charge of whatever. It's like it's like, obviously it was very risky, and they did all these crazy things. And if you were caught, you're dead. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. If you're caught, it's your fault. It's not because it was too risky, or those guys going to England and poisoning that guy, just showing up. It's so brazen, right? But no, he doesn't want that. So you know what I mean? So then this is why it shows that, it's like, it's suicidal, right? Because if you're going to do something like that, it's extremely risky, no matter what. And then if you're caught, even though it's kind of kamikaze, right? It's like, well, it's your fault because you're not as good as Putin or something like that. So, you know what I mean? So I think it's one of those things, like, they can't have a failure they can't have the light onto a failure. And that's how he sees those people. Okay. Yeah, I think it's possible he could die. Okay, I'm just gonna say, I don't know. This is getting into that issue, that sometimes I don't want to look into. Death is complicated, and it's not obviously, it's not up to me to determine what's gonna happen or anything like that. It's not, it's just it is what it is. Okay, it's possible that he could, just because, like, now that when I do this vision, it's so interesting. You understand a lot of context and why. So I understand, even though he did nothing wrong from their perspective, right? He was running a very risky, difficult operation that he could not decline to say, no, I'm not doing it, right? So then it didn't work, in the sense that some of it, he was caught. Obviously, he would be caught, but then it's his fault. You know what I mean? So that's it. Okay, guys, I think he's being weak. I think there's some sort of radiation thing. I don't know what it is, but something kind of shady like that. Okay. So that's that. Okay, now I'll turn off the light. Okay, so this is interesting. Wow, that was cool. Okay, so I think it's something. This is maybe connected to the Bettina thing. Okay, whatever we call that. So all right, so all right, so then. Yeah. So, but anyway, guys. All right. So now let's go to the national. We're going to go next. National Enquirer Cooperation Agreement, and then Brexit. Okay. So let's do it. Okay. But I just want to say, guys, I don't think, I think that he's being weakened physically or something, but I don't think he's going to die, like, necessarily a horrible death. Like, he's like, he just needs to be made to be disappeared, or whatever you call it, But it's just because they don't want him to be visible. But it's not that he, you know what I mean? It's different from, like, people who actually did things on purpose. He didn't do anything on purpose. It was inevitable that it was going to come out. But from Putin's perspective, it cannot come out under any circumstances. Okay. So, and if you fail at it, then you're not good. I'm sorry. I'm not having conversations. I pull out makeup with friends and each other. I don't like to shine. Shine looks terrible, guys. It's terrible. So anyway, So now let's go to the cooperation agreement. Okay. Hi, Sarah. So, okay, so what is happening with this cooperation agreement with the National Enquirer and the Southern District? What is he giving up on Trump other than those things? Okay, so yeah, everything that Trump paid for. Oh my God, all the receipts, all the stuff that he wanted to kill. Very interesting. Oh, sorry for him. Sorry for him. So yeah, all the stories he wanted to kill, all the stories he paid for, the child of the guy. So it's wow. They're gonna. Oh my God, they're gonna use their guys. Okay, this just shows like there's gonna be an indictment or something, and they're gonna use the text that says, oh yeah, that the woman that according to such and such paid for the abortion, all these different things, all this stuff is going to be public through this thing, okay, that he paid, not just the paid but the whole, but they're doing it on purpose as a means. And Trump right now is very, like, he's very worried about it, okay, because what's interesting, what is obviously, it's ironic, but they're doing to him what he's done to everyone. They're holding him by his secrets. Okay, they know that touching that guy, it's almost psychological. Touching that guy means he's quote unquote the weakness. He's like this is what Putin has on me. It's the same material that Trump has on me, kind of situation. Okay. So yeah, so it's kind of great. They're seeing how desperate he's gonna get. Okay, and they're gonna be in. Is there? I mean, he's gonna go some sort of press conference. He's going to be asked about it and he's going to freak. No, nothing, because it's one of those things that obviously there's serious dirt on him about that. Okay. All right. So then just the payments, and then it's just the payments, but also how the money they paid for the payments was itself illegal. It is illegal to take the campaign money. It's just all these things, guys. He mixes and matches everything, and he still sees the government as his own personal piggy bank. He does the same thing. It's like, well, take one money here, put it up there, whatever. It's like very complicated and very illegal. So that's it. And then this guy has to, oh my God, I see him talking to the feds, the guy of National Enquirer. He's telling him all, they're like, whoa, all this stuff that he knows, because he knows, guys, this guy knows about, can you imagine? Knows about, and there was something that was said, okay? I forgot, I just had the news on today, and it said something like, this AIM, American, whatever the name of the big company is, has been in trouble in the past, was declared bankruptcy, and it said something like, this line of work was one of the few things that made him business. And I'm thinking, guys, like I said, he ran a blackmail business. What is it really, right? I'm sure I think I said before, there's those readings about blackmail that people go to him and try to sell a story, and then he would contact the person whose negative story is going to be published, and he offered, if you pay me X, I'm going to shelf this. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a secondary market of secrets. I could help it keep secret if you pay me, because that's what it essentially, he paid the women, but I think Trump also paid him. You know what I mean? So he paid him to kill a story, but what is it killing a story? It's not just paying off the woman, it's paying off him as well. Okay, so he made money from it. Okay. So, all right. Oh my God. Yeah, so this is interesting, right? So he has no choice, and he does not want, I said before, I already talked about it. Please search blackmail tarotpolitics. It's just a whole story. I don't necessarily need to repeat it, okay? So it's it's not that complex, but I've done research, the reading that it explains this whole thing in depth. But High Wind is just, I'm almost over. Okay, so the last thing, let's just move to Brexit and Theresa May. Okay, Brexit and what the hell's going on? Okay, and I feel like, guys, I haven't read a ton, and there's a lot that I don't know about Brexit. But let's just closing my eyes and see what comes, because I know that today there was a referendum from the Conservatives about Theresa May. Okay, so what's happening? What is her role and what's going on here? Because these guys, they're all involved in this. Okay, and it was interesting because the European Commission, they said we're not going to renegotiate this. So it's either you say goodbye, right, or cancel the whole thing. So what is happening with Brexit and Theresa May and the Conservatives? Let's see. So okay, so guys, this is the thing. First, I see that she is, she's how do you explain it? She has this personality, or her role, I guess, is to it's almost like she's very goody two shoes is probably the best way to explain it. It's kind of like it's like she's tasked with this, delivering this thing, and she feels she has to do it. She doesn't like it. She doesn't think it's the right thing to do, but she's like, I have to do it. And that's, anybody who, I feel like as you go up in your career, no matter what it is, you have to like it because the stakes get higher and higher. Okay. So she doesn't like this. So it's hard for her to sell it because she doesn't think ultimately it's the right thing, but she feels like she's obligated to do it because there's so much dirt underneath it all. Okay. And so what it shows also is that um, over time, and this is interesting. Okay. Over time, it's as if it shows that the Brexit is almost like a piece of metal or something, and that over time it begins to become toxic. Okay, there's like toxic fumes. So nobody wants to. It's interesting. The conservatives want to pass it, want to make it happen because it's becoming more and more of a liability, and it's more and more poisonous. So it's like time is passing and it's getting heavier and it's becoming more poisonous. They would rather have it happen than stay what it is, because it's stuff is going to be revealed. They're desperate, all these conservatives. Okay. So, okay. So what is happening behind the scenes? Wow, this is pretty interesting, guys. I don't know, this is resonating with what I've seen before. It's making more sense. Okay, so I see that and this is like kind of similar to me. I feel like she's waiting. I said before, I think she's waiting for Mueller. There's something here where I feel like they can't unmask it right now. They know there's some dirt here, okay? And so there's just like something here that they know it's going to explode, okay? And it's these powerful, some of these conservatives are involved. And I see here Boris Johnson, who was just like super, it's interesting because the conservatives in the UK are very, how do I explain it? It's almost like they're extremely establishment. Okay, they're very, come from these upper class families. They went to Eton, which is this prep school where the upper class goes to. I'm thinking of Boris Johnson. So, and whereas here, a lot of these Republicans are not necessarily like that, okay? But they are in the UK. That's how what it's like. But it's showing, like I said, all these people, lords or whatever you call them, they're involved. A lot of people. It's guys, this is so weird to me because I have very little knowledge. But it's telling me Profumo affair, which I happen to know because I like British culture or whatever. Profumo affair was something that sank a secretary or something. I remember this in the 60s. There was a big scandal called the Profumo affair. And maybe it's telling me that it's going to be yet another revelation of all these secrets of all these people. A lot of people are going to fall as a result. Okay. But it's showing. So anyway, so she is pushing. Interesting. Wow. See Profumo, because I remember saying Profumo affair, and I'm getting goosebumps. And it's like when the whole thing lifts, it's not even, oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps. Oh my God, it's big. So it's showing, oh my God, whoa, major goosebumps. Whenever I get goosebumps, it's like it's very serious. It's true. It's yes. So it's like it shows that once the whole thing connected to Brexit lifts, then the whole thing crashes down. This is why they're afraid of it. That they want it to go through because whatever it's underneath it is the real problem. Okay. So then at the same time, and I know the Queen doesn't get involved in politics as far as I can tell, as I remember, but she has a little conversation. She's like, bitch, come over here. No, not like that. Therese, mate, we should like to have a conversation about what exactly is going on with the Brexit situation. I have heard from the American government that there's a lot there that is quite. I don't know if she doesn't talk, the upper class, they have, these funny accents, whatever, but it's not like that. But she's very, doesn't talk like that, I'm sure. But no, can't believe it. I've heard that there's a lot of negative outcomes if we choose to go through with it. I'm not sure it's the best idea for now. Or whatever, because basically it shows also, this is what is also, I got this very interesting image too, guys, which was, okay, the first thing was this, it's as if imagine, you see the map of Europe and then the UK apart. Okay, so it shows that in context, this is what it's showing. The Queen, this is the thing about the Queen, okay, what she's telling Theresa May. She's saying, look at what's going on in Europe, okay? And it's obvious that the Russians are agitating France and Germany, okay? Yeah, so yeah. So see, this is the thing. He's saying has capability. The Queen didn't like that May lied to her when she said she got do alliance, something like that. Okay, so yeah. Oh wow. Oh my God, you guys! Whoa, Joanne, I'm getting more goosebumps because remember I said the Profumo affair. It says here, Profumo affair involved British politicians who were compromised by having had affairs with Russian prostitutes. Bam! Woo. This is Sarah Huckabee Sanders' face. First thing world said nothing happened. Nothing happened. They're lying. They're lying. Russian spies. Yeah, the same. This is, oh my God, Russian spy. Well, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Oh. Yes, I'm here. Rose Sequestrator. I am here. Couldn't interview me. Yes, I know it. I know it's Profumo affair. 2.0. Anyway, but really, guys, I'm serious, like about it. That I'm just wanted to say this again because this is a big. I'm like, it's funny because sometimes, guys, those things that happens in readings, I'm a little bit tired. Well, it doesn't matter, but it's like sometimes you get a kind of jolt like this. Like stuff like this. It seems to me like a big deal. Okay, I guess I'm guessing. I'm sure, but I just wanted to say that about this that I haven't finished. There's more to this story. Okay, that I just wanted to finish this image that I was telling you about, which is that you saw that the Queen is telling Theresa May, look at what's happening. It's very obvious. They're coming here. They're poisoning us. They are, there's all these, they're trying to create all this craziness. Okay. All this stuff. they're trying to create all the mess, okay, in France and Germany because they're against them. And we're investigating them, and it shows this is the thing. They wanted them, the image I got, that they wanted to break up like a piece of wood, break up the UK from the EU. But that actually it bounces back, and it kind of like they kind of like love each other, like, oh, like a heart symbol kind of thing. Okay. And then it shows that this is the way that it tilts back, kind of like a pendulum, right? It's pendulum one way, which is what they were trying to do, and then to the left, okay? Right in the I'm not talking about left and right in political parties. I'm just saying that the direction, they wanted to create all this chaos. And the queen is like, I know exactly what this is. She's saying, I'm old, I've seen it. They want to destabilize us, and we can't let it happen. She's saying, I mean, she's not saying it in the way that Trump would have liked to hear it. She's saying it from her perspective, from her wisdom, what she has seen happen. And it's obvious that the Russians are waiting, because obviously they've been attacking the UK, but they are hopeful that this is going to happen, so that it shows once they weaken us, they're going to attack each one of us separately. Okay, so that's what they want. And it's sort of like people kind of get it together. Okay, and like I said, they are waiting. Oh my, whoa. Oh my God, you guys. Wow, he's saying, oh my God, I don't know if he or she was saying, it was reported that May was talking to the Queen last night. I'm psychic. Yeah, I am. Yeah. Oh my God, isn't that crazy? Whoa. So, whoa. Yeah, wow. So guys, anyway, so just finishing this, okay? So this is obvious. The it's kind of like, like I said, they're waiting, but there's something about Mueller they're waiting, okay? Waiting in the sense that they want to connect it all to the American thing, okay? And they know that it's connected. They know, okay, so oh my God. So now let's see what happens next here, okay? Because of a very, guys, it reminds me of these movies. I've seen these movies. Um, have you seen these movies of like these British historical dramas? That's what it looks like to me. It's like, no, the Russians are coming. Don't let them. We must save it. We must save the country. And that's it. They're doing it again, because the Queen is like, bitch, I was there in the Second World War. I mean, seriously, say what you will about them. I think, it's a little kooky, a little weird, but they were always obviously very, they were very, they defend their country. Okay. Bottom line, they stand up for the country, right? I think I've always seen it. So they're like, dude, if we let these, if we get out of there, so, oh my God, vote. Okay. 40 weeks in election for another. So, okay, guys, so now let's see here. What's next? Okay, for another vote, Haskip, can you I don't understand what the sentence is here. Can you please say it again? And for another vote, 50 needs to extend it. Takes 40 weeks to make an election. Okay, don't want it. What do they don't want? They don't want what? They don't want Brexit? I'm just trying to understand what you're saying, just so I can ask the question maybe in context, or maybe not. Let's see here what's going to happen. Let me see what happens next, okay? Because it seems very dramatic here. Okay, so what's happening next? So, okay, so this is what I see, guys. Okay, so this is not, yeah, I no. So it shows, this is the thing that it shows, okay? This is what it shows. Okay, so this is what it shows. It shows that the Queen, okay, there's this like, what is awkward about England, which is interesting, okay, is that it's obviously the upper class connections means that they all went to school together, the people in the MI16, and some of the people in the parliament, or whatever you call it. I don't know the names, okay? So it shows that they are friends, they know each other, okay? But the MI6 and the Queen and the military, UK military, whatever it is, They know these people, the people who are friends with the Russians. I mean, that guy, come on. The fact that guy's still at large, with the UKIP guy, I forgot his name. Those people are very kind of like random. Okay, they're not but there are some very serious, very famous conservatives in the UK who are connected. Okay, so at the 20, okay, so leaving the U, that's the 27. So, oh, yeah, Nigel. So he's not a main person, but there are others, guys. I see that there's a lord. There's somebody who with an aristocratic title who is involved in this. I don't know who it is, who is a big person, and he's gonna fall. Okay. So can we stop? Okay, GR, I know you mean well, but I'm trying to focus. Can we not like say, I know there's a lot of pedophiles, but let's just focus on this thing right now with this. I'm trying to get with this, and I just like right now I just want to finish the Brexit, and let's get with it. Okay, just for now. Sorry. I'm just like, okay, I have to yeah, because I'm trying to read what Haskell is saying too. Okay. So MI16, what I was just going to say is that the MI16 thing, okay, is they know what's going on with the Russians, right? And the military, British military, and the Queen is aware of it, okay? So they're going to have to take some of their own their peers, okay? Their own kind of their own friends or whatever you call it. And it's showing me, guys, the same thing. Remember the whole thing with the guy, the Cambridge 5, whatever it was called? Those spies, what was his name? My God, I've seen these documentaries before. Kim Philby, remember Kim Philby? It was a very famous case in the England about this guy who was a spy. Okay, he escaped to Russia, and he was cultivated since his college days. In I think the 60s, I don't know, remember 50s, I don't know when. I think it was the 50s, and he became a very very high level MI6. Is that right? 16 or 6 or something person, and then he was Secret Service, UK Secret Service, and then he escaped. Okay, so a lot of people died because the secrets are sold, but basically it's something like this. Okay, they're going to have to execute quickly in conjunction. There's something going to come out about the Mueller investigation that they're going to have to act quickly, and the Queen's going to be involved in this. Oh, interesting. This is it. Okay, this is maybe because there's somebody who is a person with a title. Okay, and it's an older guy. Obviously, they're older guys, but it's somebody with some sort of title, and so it's just compromised. And here, yeah, I do see an image of some sort of sexual. I think they may have information of these people, and they are using it to blackmail them as well. And not that they didn't want it, but it's kind of like they get the dirt on people and they push them, okay? And then they're friendly, and then when they want something, they really push hard using the blackmail. And this guy, there's blackmail on him, a lot of them, okay? But basically, yeah, it's these people who are in high society in the UK, okay, who are involved in this as well. There's just a lot of people. So yeah, so this is it, guys. I think it's and guys, and if anything, the Russians are very smart in the sense that they understand the class resentments. Okay, they understand how those people were feeling left out. Okay, they were feeling like they had so much power before, and how come they lost it. And so it's a very interesting, how they found these people and they were able to get, because it shows that this guy, whoever it is that did businesses with them, their businesses are completely compromised. They're just for money laundering purposes, and they know it. And the Russians have all the documents. I mean, they know. So okay, so then is this going to go through? What's going to happen? Yeah, I think Theresa May is going to stall as per the request of the Queen. I think she was already doing this, but she wants to continue to stall because they're waiting a little bit. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Inequality in the UK. The UK's suffered a lot since the whole, I agree. So there's a lot of poverty, more than, because it's interesting, the UK in the 70s, it was really terrible. And there was all these things. And then I don't know, it's kind of going back to that era. Okay. Where there's kids who have no food and all those different things. It's just like poverty is increasing. And they had to create this a long story. I don't know that much obviously about British history, but But it's showing here, guys, that it's a matter of like they're waiting for action, the coordination with Mueller, whatever it is gonna come out, okay? And so, yeah, interesting. Yeah, no, but I see her stalling, and I don't think that. Yeah, she's stalling. I'm telling you, this is what's happening. She is stalling. Okay, she's stalling, not for necessarily for the reasons that everyone thinks. Okay, like I said, it's also for national security, and it's serious. Okay, but like I said, there's a okay. What is exactly that they're waiting for from Mueller? Okay, worldwide agencies. Oh my God, guys, worldwide intelligence agencies, the MI6, Australia, a lot of places. I'm getting goosebumps now. They're waiting, and there's going to be a moment that they're going to pull a trigger, like something like this. I see, boom, a coordinate at once, and it's going to be a blackout of those people. I don't know what it is. Like not just the British, the Russians or whatever it is that their networks are, and it's going to happen in every country. Okay, and and uh and they want Mueller he's like waiting a little bit more, just a little bit more. Once Trump is about to have to resign behind the scenes, that's when they're gonna do it, okay? Yeah, oh interesting. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So this is it, okay? Yeah, because I think, guys, not that I'm saying that Theresa May is the greatest person in the world or anything. It's just that it's just one of those moments, guys. Honestly, that we're watching history unfold. Very important readings. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that like about me. Very important readings. No, very important countries. Okay, it's not attack. It's kind of like they get the perpetrators at once. You know how you see sometimes, like for example, arrests. The other day was this news about 80 people arrested in the mafia in Italy. The mafia was arrested, something like that. Except that it's worldwide. Okay, so so you know what I'm saying? So it's something like that where they do this thing like at once. So like I said, I just think that they're stalling it to stop it and to wait until this whole thing happens at once. Yeah, it's not even sting. I mean, it's like they're waiting because they're obviously worried for several reasons, and they're letting them know they're winning. Okay, and there was an interview recently. Okay, um, yeah. So it was just like, and I think, yeah, I think I see. Oh my God, I see Prince Charles. I see the Queen, and who else? I'm a goosebumps, which always. Oh my God, it's like who else? There's somebody else there too. Who is it? The princes don't even know it. The young princes don't even know it. Okay, so who else? There's somebody else. The Queen, Prince Charles. Somebody else. Who is it? Nobody else. Who is it? Oh, the guy. I'm seeing. What's his name? What's his name? There's a military. I say it because I was admiring. Yeah, I was admiring. So there's a new guy I think it's the British military. He's also an upper class guy. I was like, oh, he's attractive. Oh, hi. Uh, but there he is. Know it. Yeah, he knows it. I don't know, guys. There's a new guy who's like he's also upper class. I was like, oh, this handsome. Hello. What's his name? Bond? Are you Bond? Huh? You need the assistant. Here, it's me. Rose the psychoestigator. Yeah. If you need the information, I can zip. So no, but really, there's a handsome guy who I think is the new head of the British military. Okay, I was like, oh, I remember him. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah. So him, the MI6 guy, and the Queen and Prince Charles. I think even though I don't know why he knows it, but I guess he knows it. Okay. She's like, I gotta tell you, Charles, because if I drop that for some reason, you got the information. Okay. So interesting. So this is it, guys. Once I think, and this is the interesting thing I see here. Oh, this is explaining too. Oh my God, guys, today is on fire. Today on fire. So information. The spirits are telling me they're like, put it on internet fast. People need informations. People need informations. They're saying, go post it, post it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut up this part about Brexit. I'm gonna post it right away on YouTube, I think. so that people can watch, information. So it's showing, guys, that when the Brexit things really stops, okay, the momentum changes. This is what I was going to say. Okay, the momentum changes and things get better again. It's just because, like, what is happening, they really are, they really are taking, they're really, the Russians, it's almost like they're letting them play, okay? Letting them, and I always watch FBI files or whatever. Sometimes, there was one, it's like they let the criminals, they start following the criminals, even though they could have arrested them, but they don't let them, we monitoring what they're doing, and then they catch them at a specific moment. Okay, so it's kind of what it looks like to me, because they don't want to create a ruckus. They have to make sure everything is right. Okay, exactly. Not just even work, but it's because it's a dangerous thing. Okay, it's a worldwide conspiracy. It really is, and I think it's not going to end well. No, not for them. No, no, no. So, wow, guys, crazy, huh? Guys, this was one of those moments. Sometimes I have these readings. Of course, that's what it showed, right? Hascape, isn't that obvious, right? That's what I think, right? That's what. Okay, let me just ask the way you asked. Will Brexit be canceled? Gonna sink. It's gonna sink because I show. At first it's interesting. I have to find a way to figure out an image to see what's gonna happen. First, I saw it kind of going down, and then it said I pictured yes and no, and Brexit is just like a big logo saying Brexit, and it's going towards the yes. It's going towards the yes, and then it sinks. It gets very close and it sinks. Okay, so that's that. So this is it. It sinks. It's gonna sink. And it's like I said, guys. I feel like a Hascape. I'm just saying that it's said this image before that it becomes toxic. It's almost as if it's heavy. It becomes very heavy, and it starts to sink over time. It does. It's like the body, dead body, right? It smells, and it's just smelling, and it gets worse and worse and worse, and it doesn't. Yeah, not just Titanic. It's just something else. It's almost as if it's a metal or something that becomes heavier over time, and nobody can hold it. The price of holding it, it's the hot potato situation. It's too hot to handle, and we have to drop it, and no one wants to go through it because the whole thing was made on. The premise of it was a lie. Okay, so the premise of it was a lie. So like I said, it's gonna, guys, so interesting, right? It's exposing the same thing here. It's exposing the dirt and the corruption. Exactly. Anchor that drowns them. That's very good, Jared. Something like that. So it just exposes the same thing here. You know how here too, those people who are the dark people who did all these things to hurt their own country behind the scenes because they were desperate. The same thing. They're gonna be like, woof, there they are, and they're gonna have to, and it's so interesting. It's so, and I gotta tell you guys, not to be, not to be like conspiracy, but that there's this woman. She just happens to be the VP of communications on Facebook. Yeah, she's a very Rachel Whetstone, her name is. Supposedly she's great at what she does. She's very well liked, but she's very connected to all these Brexit people. They're all friends, okay? Like, and her husband is also a Brexit. Long story. I don't ever get into it, but it's just like these people. It's a small world for them, okay? So I wonder what's going to happen to him. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Time to go. So this was amazing. Wasn't intense, huh? So I'm gonna post, obviously on Patreon. I'm going to do a little airbrushing. Yeah, I'm gonna post on Patreon, and then this is gonna be on Patreon, right? But I'm gonna post the thing about Brexit online because I feel like it's urgent information. So. So very nice, Hascape. Thank you for the informations. Yeah, very good. This was very good, very cool. This is very cool. I'm like, right? So, hmm. Yeah, no, it's very cool. Okay, so like I said, Hascape, I'm gonna post it on YouTube soon. Okay, I need to cut this, split it, and then do it. Okay, so good night. Tomorrow, guys, I'm sure tomorrow there's gonna be crazy news. Okay, well, so much news all the time. Well, tomorrow and Friday is gonna be. This is just bombshells going forward. President is thinking. Yeah, President. I have something for you, President. President. All right. Good night, guys. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Okay. Bye.